Seeing Mortal Kombat, without exaggeration, is witnessing one of the most renowned gaming universes in the past 30 years. With a massive fan base, the question of its adaptation to the screen was always a matter of time. We all remember the legendary film by Paul Anderson, which became a cult favorite among fans. However, the 2021 adaptation proved to be quite controversial. Yet, despite this, it got the green light for a sequel. Today, we'll delve into what awaits us in the continuation and what mistakes the creators need to rectify to truly capture the hearts of fans. At the very least, casting Karl Urban as Johnny Cage seems like a step in the right direction. Get comfortable, because we're in for a cinematic experience. After the already legendary Mortal Kombat from '95, there were several attempts to adapt the famous fighting game. The sequel in '97 failed to meet expectations and fell short in every sense. Hence, the focus shifted to series. While the acclaimed project got cancelled after its first season, the Mortal Kombat animated series felt quite confident, and its releases continue to this day. However, among fans, the web series Mortal Kombat Legacy truly won hearts with its realistic portrayal, owed in part to a short film that vividly depicted the backstory of the original game. The creators initially planned for a feature film and even presented a concept to the Warner Bros. in 2011. However, the idea wasn't supported, but they were allowed to create a web series, which demonstrated a high level of interest in the adaptation. Yet, the first modern film wasn't released until 2021, with hopes to rejuvenate the franchise on the big screen. However, the first installment of Mortal Kombat is challenging to deem successful. Firstly, from a commercial perspective, with a budget of $55 million, the film only grossed $75 million at the box office, minus advertising expenses. While it seemed to break even, the narrative direction was not the most obvious. Many iconic characters were either briefly shown or entirely subdued. At times, the graphics were notably weak, which by today's standards might be forgivable if it were a series. Hence, the viability of the film franchise remained uncertain. Nevertheless, the sequel's production is in full swing. Moreover, there's a chance to incorporate characters and locations absent in its predecessor. While plot details and release dates remain under wraps, hints dropped by the film's producers instill hope that the sequel can rectify the first film's mistakes and align more closely with the source material. Several official photos from the set of Mortal Kombat 2 and behind-the-scenes shots help speculate on the direction of the sequel. We already know which new characters will be introduced and which locations will be transferred to the film. Most importantly, Karl Urban's portrayal of Johnny Cage, a character absent in the first part, brings relief. Urban, a talented actor known for his roles in various successful films, seems fitting for the role. Interestingly, he's already adapted his appearance to resemble Cage's in the games, which delights fans. Another intriguing behind-the-scenes image shared by actor Ludi Line, who plays Liu Kang, showcases the Mortal Kombat 2 production logo. It remains unclear if this will be the final logo, but it's interesting how it combines the franchise's signature dragon with the number 2 in green, Cage's color in the game, reflecting his energy abilities. Thanks to the concept of power manifestation shown in the first film, it will be easy to explain why Cage possesses these abilities. Probably, the sequel will focus considerable attention on him and place him at the center of the narrative. Another eagerly awaited character making his appearance is Baraka, one of the many game heroes absent from the 2021 reboot. However, he is one of the most recognizable characters in the behind-the-scenes photo. Although it doesn't provide a full view of his incarnation, one of the most important questions remains. What part of his image will be created using makeup, and what will be achieved through visual effects? Baraka made his cinematic debut in Mortal Kombat: Annihilation, but was somewhat underwhelming. Therefore, it is hoped that the new portrayal will provide a worthy character with a backstory. Furthermore, it's known that in the sequel, the Emperor of Outworld, Shao Kahn, will make an appearance, portrayed by the towering Gant Martin Ford. What role he'll play as the main antagonist of the saga is hard to say now, but it's unlikely he'll be the primary villain. Judging from some published photos, we'll likely see his throne room from where he'll command his subordinates. However, he might take on the role of the main antagonist in the third film, if it ever happens. Additionally, we'll witness the main family drama of this universe, as both Shao Kahn and Kitana will be featured in the film. They will both wield their iconic weapons, steel fans, and the Hammer of Wrath. While the action of the first film primarily took place on Earth, with only a few scenes in the Outworld, Mortal Kombat 2 may reveal more about the other realms. This can be confirmed by behind-the-scenes shots showing a red, rocky landscape, resembling something from the Netherrealm. Considering that much of Scorpion's origin story was omitted in the first film, the introduction of the Netherrealm in the sequel would be a great way to expand on his backstory. Although there have already been two great defenders of Earthrealm, Liu Kang and Kung Lao, as well as the infamous sorcerer Shang Tsung, the plot didn't focus on their legendary rivalry. However, since all three characters will reappear in the sequel, the stage is set for their deadly confrontation. Cole Young, though the main character of the reboot, will still rely heavily on Liu Kang and Kung Lao to realize his true potential. Moreover, we've only had a glimpse of Shang Tsung's true power, hinting at the epic showdown to come. Another interesting detail concerns Sub-Zero, who met his demise at the hands of Scorpion and Cole Young in the first film. In the games, Noob Saibot is the reincarnation of the original Sub-Zero and uses shadows as his weapon of choice. Given the appearance of the Netherrealm and Quan Chi in the sequel, the return of Sub-Zero and the introduction of Noob Saibot would be logical. Despite the unique approach taken by the first film, which didn't revolve around the tournament deciding humanity's fate, the sequel might integrate tournament elements, maintaining the innovation of the franchise's adaptation. In any case, Mortal Kombat 2 is one of the most anticipated projects due to the immense popularity of the original games. One can only hope that the creators will correct the mistakes of the first film and deliver a truly great project in this universe. Be sure to write in the comments your expectations from the sequel, and do not forget to like it. Bye-bye.